Yeah, we're gonna go on a total different tangent, right? We hit parenting for a little bit. Now we're gonna hit relationships. One of my biggest problems I've ever had with Tina in my life is
I
how many
fucking hate
relationships
relationship
this nigga
conversations.
done had.
I have the shittiest taste in men. And yes, it stems from my daddy issues. It stems from, yeah, God
Good
damn. Lord
lord.
Jesus, help me, Lord.
Good lord.
Take me home,
Good
Elizabeth.
lord.
Yeah, I got some shitty ass tastes and some sorry ass men, man. Not now. Hence, you
Hey,
can
look at
learn.
it, look at
You
it. Good
can learn,
save, good
ladies.
save.
You can learn, ladies.
Man, Tina done had all kinds of relationships. Look,
Man,
Tina done had good relationships for a little bit, bad relationships for a long time, bad relationships real fast, good relationships for a short
I don't
time.
know. I don't know if them motherfuckers are crazy or if I make them crazy. I probably make them crazy. I got a smart ass mouth.
You crazy. If
Yeah,
you
I'm
made them
crazy.
crazy, it's because you crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Shara.
Yep.
I know. Thank you.
Nah, don't hit
Like
her
I
up
said,
like that.
no, no. I'm so grateful for the relationship I'm in now. It's the healthiest relationship I've ever been in my life.
Good.
Seriously. But it did take for me to get to that point within me.
Yeah.
But boy, I
And that's
sure
what
know how to pick them.
this nigga
Shit.
here. Okay, man, one time Tina moved out of a house in 30 minutes.
Pack it up. Let's go. I got my whole
Oh,
fucking knee.
Lord.
I have a weak knee right now from my last relationship. Broke my goddamn leg. Had me lying to my family and shit.
How you break your
Bitch,
leg?
move.
How you break your leg in a relationship,
Oh,
nigga? Then blame the relationship.
shit. I was on my
Tell us the
way out.
story.
Motherfucker tried to stop me from leaving. Broke my goddamn big clap.
Tell us the story now. Hell
All right,
no, you
fuck
can't
it.
leave us.
All right, fuck it. Check it out. So I was normal shit normal people do. I'm gonna go do XYZ with a homegirl. So I go. This dude's
Drugs.
crazy, so he's steady calling me up. I can hear the aggression in his voice, so I hesitate to come home. I took an extra hour. Wasn't doing shit. Smoking a little weed, chilling with my homegirl. So I get home. I'm like, we're supposed to go pick up some money. I'm like, hey, you want to ride with me to the Berg? Mind you, I'm in Wharton. You want to go with me to the Rosemary to pick up some money? Yeah, let's go. Come inside real quick. I got to use the restroom. No aggression, no nothing. I'll go inside thinking everything's cool. Boom! I get hit in the motherfucking head. This is a grown ass man. I mean, big, strong, and I don't know why. I like tall ass, strong ass men. I don't know why. And they like to fight. I should give it a little puny ass white boy I could beat up or some shit. Anyways, so nigga starts going in on me, Phil. I felt so threatened for my life. I felt like if I don't get out this fucking apartment right now, I'm gonna die. Like this dude's gonna kill me. So I take off. I take off running to try to get out the door. He runs up behind me and kicks my fucking knee. Bow. My knee, I guess, dislocated, went to the side. So now I can't stand up. I ain't never had this injury. I can't fucking move. Now all I can do is listen to what this man is telling me to do. So of course he walks me down the stairs with that, oh, I'm gonna kill you ass, threaten ass shit. Forces me to get in the car. We go to the car. A cop pulls up to us and tells him to take me home, to not be in the streets with this shit. Like that's how small of a town we were in.
Wharton.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck. They're like, just take her inside and don't be doing this shit in the streets. So we're driving, and the dude says, I'm fixing to take you to the river. Like, I remember my dad telling my mom this shit. I'm finna take you to the river and kill you. And my dad meant it when he told my mom, because I was in the back seat when he did it. You know what I mean? So, boom, we're driving. I know if we cross these tracks, I'm about to be where the river's at. So I need to get the fuck out this car. So it was like a scene out of Chainsaw Massacre to me. Like, my legs fucked up. I'm already all beat up. I can't do shit. I can't hardly run, but there's like a JJ's Auto Repair in Wharton. I'll never forget the name. It's at the corner. I said, if I make it across these tracks, he's gonna fucking kill me. Because you never know what another person's capable of doing. And you see it all the time with what people go through. So boom, I jump out the car. Her leg hurt. I fall down in the ditch. It's broad daylight. There's cars passing all up and down 60. You can see everything. I'm hopping to the fucking car, to the little place. I turn around the corner, and the man's like, hey, what's going on? He picks me up because I'm obviously injured, puts me down, and I call the cops. I go get the cops. I go get my car. From that point on, I was like, man, look, I'm out. I'm taking my shit. I'm gone. Motherfucker trying to
I'm
kill
out the
me.
game.
Yeah.
You
Crazy
stop
shit.
acting ratchet, except for you slap Sambo in the street,
Well, sometimes people need to be slapped.
but you stop acting so ratchet.
I try my hardest to tuck my ratchet in. Every day I swallow about 50 times when I can go off on a bitch. I think I'm how do you say? I think I'm granted 1 or 2 times a day of the 70 I swallow. It's a lot of dumb bitches out here.
All right.
Man, and we're old. I'm 33. Like at my age, you should know the do's and don'ts of how to conduct yourself. You know what I mean? Like, should be crazy. To do dumb
And for
shit.
those that don't, you don't take it with a grain of salt. You decide you
I mean,
might
I
get
will
slapped.
if you get it the fuck away from me. But if you keep coming around me with that bullshit, eventually I'm gonna be like, hey man, look, I ain't with that shit. And then
Damn.
I mean,
So after that ass whooping you took, Tina, in that relationship, right? You got your leg broke, you got beat up. What went through your head as far as the type of people you were gonna now surround yourself with?
if it don't feel good, if it don't make me feel good, I'm out. If at any one time I feel scared or any one of those negative emotions, I'm out. If it's a situation that makes me change who I am as a person or ask me to change who I am as a person, I'm out. If you can't appreciate me, and for I don't give a fuck, I'm fucked up, ratchet, all that shit. But I have a lot of great fucking qualities. If you can't see past that bullshit to know the real me, fuck you, I'm out. Period. If it don't feel good, I'm out. If it ain't good for my children, I'm out. If my sons tell me or look weird when you come or give me any kind of ill vibe, I'm out. It's all about energy, man. Whatever don't feel good, you can't surround yourself with. If it feels good, then rock on. Life's a garden. Keep on digging. You know what I mean? But if it doesn't feel good, get that shit from around you, man. Keep them fucking squares out your circle. Period. Are you gonna be upset? And being upset is toxic for your soul. And you're gonna be mad. And being angry is toxic for you as well. Let that shit ride, man. Surround yourself with
Don't
positive people.
not let it ride, but get it the fuck away from you.
Right?
Yeah. Kick it on down the street.
I'm good.
Let it go.
Another day's work.
It's okay, B. Yeah, let it go. If it don't feel good.
Shit, man.
All right. What about people in your circle? Because I got problems with people in your circle.
I got problems with motherfuckers in my circle too. That's why I ain't in my motherfucking circle no more.
Are they not in your circle? Is that what you're saying?
They will always be like what's that dude's name?
I see you.
There will always be a circle of trust. But in that circle of trust, there's a smaller circle of trust. So they are in the surrounding large circle. But the circle now has an inner VIP section, and they do not have passes there.
All right. What about this friend right here that you got next to you?
My boo?
Michelle KB Benson
Oh,
over here.
yeah, okay. Me and Michelle have been friends since we were 17, 18, long motherfucking time. We just had a conversation about this. Matter of fact, there's a group of us that all used to hang around together. We were young. Woo! I ain't gonna say too much because we're gonna respect.
When we were young, that shit was fun.
Yeah, like Michelle said, it was fun. We were wilding the fuck out, and we did a lot of shit to each other. There was a point in time where we fell off, like a year and a half, 2 years. Best friends, damn near enemies. Then you get to a point where you realize that those friendships, those underlying foundation of a friendship, mean more. Mean more. You know what I mean? And we came to each other and we said, hey, look, this is this. A lot of it was other people in our circle egging shit on most of the times. You know what I mean? But hey, this is where we're at. This is where we're at. And then now we bury the hatchet. Now me and Michelle are best of friends. No issues, no problem. Best friends ever. We still have those two outer people. One of them's coming along, but one of them always seems to kind of try to stir up shit from. I'm 35, man. That shit. I was 22, 21. Why are we still talking about this shit? You know what I mean? I'm old. That's 10
Yeah.
years time. I've already grown 7 times from that shit. You know what I mean?
All right.
Toxic
You
people.
mentioned somebody. I just want to see if you want to talk about it. You don't have to talk about this if you don't want to.
Don't put it
Eventually,
out
I'll
there.
find a way to bring it out either by you or by the person. But you said that you have a homosexual relative who you do not think is homosexual. You want to talk about that?
I will not talk about that by name.
Okay, hit the topics.
Can we agree to that?
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay. So no, I don't think he ever had the chance to realize who he was, and never had a chance to step into who he was as a person. I think that things were forced down his throat, not those type of things, but other things that made him feel ill about himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like things that made him feel like he wasn't who he was supposed to be. And then that made him question other things.
Is that because the people around him were masculine people
Yes,
and he wasn't?
he didn't fit that circle. And
Okay.
they let it be known that he didn't fit that circle. Mom, look,
What's he doing?
hello? What? Mom, bye. We're on live.
What's he talking?
Bye. Y'all need to get jobs. I thought she was calling me about the conversation.
So and now whose fault
No,
is
we
that?
Javi, we know you've been gay, Javi. We love you with your gay ass. It ain't about you, kid folk. We been doing that shit. You taught me how to twerk, nigga. Don't play.
Stupid. So whose fault is that? Is that the kid for not being able to say, "Hey, look, this is what I like to do.
No,
I'm not a very active
it's
person,
not
or
his
I'm not a
fault.
very masculine
It's
guy."
the parents' fault. It's the parents' fault for not for when he wanted to say, I don't like that, mom. They said, no, you gonna go fucking go do that. What are you doing? Go do it. You know what I mean? He didn't have an opportunity to say, I don't fucking like this. You know what I'm saying? They just made it do it. So he did the shittiest job he could, and he fucking did it horribly, and he's been doing it ever since to let them know that I ain't who the fuck y'all want me to be. So I'm gonna be something totally opposite.
Yeah.
That's
And
issues,
now
man.
is that person like is that person out of the closet? I mean, I don't know exactly who you're talking about,
I'm not
but
sure. That's why I don't want to speak on it because I'm not sure. That's not
okay.
my
So I'm just
situation.
asking you
I don't want to.
questions.
I love this person with everything in my soul, so I don't want to. I don't want to be. You know what I mean? It's not
Cool,
my
cool, cool.
situation. That's them. But I
Gotcha.
do have a uncle that we can talk about that's out of the closet and that's very fucking flamboyant. And I think that is because his mom was too emotional and fucking felt sorry for every need he had as a kid and treated him like a baby. So yeah, it's two different ends. Either your
Okay,
mom is too
because
aggressive.
that's the exact opposite of the spectrum here. Yeah,
Exactly.
that's cool. That's
Exactly.
cool.
You know what I mean?
Let's go and harp on that. Can you say names there? Can you
That's
open
Ray
up
Ray
there?
Nigga Boo Cookie, aka Cookie
Oh,
Nigga Boo. Ray Ray ain't doing that
so
tripping.
you think Ray was one of those guys that was like treated real real
What's
soft,
up,
real
Jordan?
like let me cater to everything. What's going on?
Yes, I believe that Mary Lou had two older children that she feels she made many mistakes with because her older children was fucking off the chain. Look, Javi, no, we ain't talking about you, Kimbo.
Yeah.
No, and he she felt she made mistakes, so she did not make tried her best not to make the same mistake with him and showered him with more affection, more love, more time, more. The boy slept with his mom until he was fucking 12, 13, boy. That was too much love for her mama. That's like me sleeping in the bed with Aaron. I would never sleep with Aaron big ass right now.
No. So
Yeah.
that being the very extreme of the spectrum, what we're talking about, if you guys are just joining, we're starting to see that the way we parent, and especially my sister being a mother to males, she started to see that in her own fault, uh, she was kind of almost demasculating her youngest son, and by doing that, she started to see that she was tearing him down a little bit, and she didn't want him to possibly
He was starting to
become.
be afraid to express himself
Yeah,
freely.
he was being afraid to express
There was
himself to her,
hesitation.
and
Yes.
that's not what she wants. She
Mm.
don't want that at all. So she, in her own fault, she decided to find her own salvation and say, all right, I need to stop doing this shit. I need to stop, being basically so fucking
I need to
mean
stop
to my son.
reflecting the images and the ideas that were pressed into my brain onto my son. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
my mama, boy, she think everybody gay. She think every man nasty. You know what I mean? And she made sure we knew that shit. So
So right now, what Tina was talking about is we have one extreme where the mother was so like so hard, so
aggressive.
like you're gonna. Yeah, aggressive. She was like, "You're gonna do this. You're gonna play basketball. You're gonna fucking do these things in this way, in this fashion." And the boy was like, "Look, he never had the time or the, I guess the
Balls.
bravery, yeah, to say, hey, I don't want to do those fucking things." So instead of saying that, he
He
just
got
decided
lost in
to
his
act
own
out
mind.
in a
He
certain
got
way.
afraid of his own thoughts. He got afraid of how he felt. He didn't know what he was thinking. He got confused in his own mind and didn't know how to express it. He should have been able to say, "Hey, I don't want to play these sports. This is not what I'm into. I'd rather draw, or I'd rather, do something else.
Play
Whatever."
piano or some shit.
Yeah. And if they would have catered to that, then I think it would have been different. And then you have the other spectrum where you have a mother who was overly affectionate and too affectionate to her son, and made him a sissy.
Really soft. That she made him really soft.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody laughing. I'm crazy. Y'all have no filter. My
Now,
bad.
hey, look, if y'all want to chime in on that, y'all let somebody know. I am not a mother. I am a father. I understand exactly what she's saying from the father's point of view, how, people could be that, because I don't know exactly who she's talking about. I kind of think I know who it is now at this point, but I ain't, I'm not going to put people in whatever place. I
Yeah,
could
no,
be
we're not
totally
here to do
fucking
that.
wrong. Yeah, I could be totally wrong anyway, but fathers can be just as aggressive and fathers can be just as nurturing as well. Obviously, I'm not the type of person because
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck my sons will play sports
Okay. That's
or
because
whatever the
you,
fuck.
okay, then think about it like this. I'm a mom of boys. I'm going to want to be more aggressive. Y'all don't be talking about me, but if you ain't gay or bi, don't talk on this if y'all have never been there. I love y'all, but I don't know what y'all can talk about this. Hey, I'm bi. I'm gonna be honest. I did all
And I
that
don't give a fuck what Javi says. I can talk about whatever the fuck I want to
for
because I'm
sure.
a parent. And what I'm talking about is parenting. I'm not talking about being gay or
Right. All
straight.
right. So anyway,
I'm
fuck all
just
that.
talking about being
So
aggressive and how it could
yeah.
make
All right. So
one
look.
way it could make your child.
Then you got parents that are broken down into this situation. I'm a boy mom. Like I'm a mom of only boys. Then you have you who has a balanced amount of dad and father and son and daughter. And then you have someone like Mark who has the majority of daughters. So he's a totally different dad. Like he's more
Yeah,
emotional, he's more caring, he's more catered to their needs. I think that's why he puts up with me well. But because that he has that, you know what I mean? So it's different. Gotta
yeah,
worry about that too.
yeah. It's all on how you go about it, basically, or basically the cards that are dealt to you in a
Mm.
way. Because what do I know about raising a house full of girls? I don't know shit.
Me
You know what
either.
I'm saying about raising a house full of girls? Neither does
Only
Tina.
thing I know is there'll be some clean ass little girls because I'm gonna teach them how to clean.
What Tina does know is how to be a mother, but what does she know about being a mother to daughter? She don't know a fucking thing.
Nothing.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, that doesn't mean what she's saying cannot be taken and pushed to the other direction.
Yeah, but
Like,
I can tell my son, Aaron, go take out that trash. Where? All the way in the back, scary ass. And I'll make him suck it up and go take it because I know there's nothing out there. But my daughter, if she's scared to go, I'm not going to send her out there and be scary because if she's scared, why put that fear in her heart? See how it's different? You know what I mean?
I can see how that's different, and that's wild. It's crazy that you bring that up because it's more like a fucking stereotype. Now it's more like a double. What would you call it? Like a fucking.
Listen to this
It's
shit.
like
Listen to
it's
this shit, Phil.
fucking sexism,
Shara says,
basically.
Shara says, my stepson's mom played on his actions by dressing him up as a woman during Halloween. And of all things, once he came out, she didn't want to see him. She sent him to Job Corps. The fuck?
Damn. Hey, but that's because a lot of parents, or not a lot of parents, but some people are very much against gays. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you shouldn't be
I'm
like
not.
that, man.
I'm not against that shit at all. I don't give a fuck. If my son or my daughter, sons or daughters,
Yeah, let's get
come
that
out
very
and say
clear.
that,
She said, I stepped up and allowed him to be him. I gave him the support he needed. That's good for you, Shara. I let's get that clear. I ain't against gays. Like you do what you want.
yeah,
Shit, I'm gay. Shit, I do my thing. Like, do what you want. But I do not influence behaviors of my sons. I do not influence that because spiritually I do not believe that it is correct action. I do not, but my household does not. I do not believe that it's my household. You know what I mean?
spiritually. Look, I had this conversation with Samantha. Spiritually, you believe that being gay is a sin?
No. I don't believe that being gay is a sin. I don't believe that being gay is a sin. I believe the act of lusting over a man is a sin. So if you're like anything you do in excess is a sin. So if you're like one of those fucking perv ass dudes that's always that's all you want to do, secret ass niggas who run around and sleep with their wives and do all this other shit, the sinful lust of that, that's a sin. But if you are who you are and you're confident in who you are and this is what you're doing and you're open and you're active and you're expressing yourself, then by all means you live your life as happy as you see fit. But it's the ones that I feel are being secretive about it and destroying lives and doing all this other shit where it becomes a sin because that's the gluttony of lust. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I got you. I feel what you're saying. So, because what I was bringing up
I
then
like it.
was like,
Is that
let's
lust?
say in the
Yes.
way of your parenting, your parenting maybe caused
Yeah.
one of your children to say, you know what, mom, I'm gay.
You're ugly.
You know, it is what it is. I was saying that because I wanted to know if you were gonna be like, well, damn, son, now you're no longer invited to the party after fucking death.
No, I'd be
Because
like, you can come, but
that's fucked
your
up to me.
boyfriend can't come. Oh, you mean after death?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean
yeah.
eternally.
I would be
But
hurting my
that's fucked up.
soul. I would be hurting my soul. So yes, I guess I believe that will
You would
cause.
you would feel that?
I would feel hurt. I would.
Dang. You believe that your son is not going to heaven if he said he was a homosexual?
No, I would be hurt that he told me that, but I don't believe. I believe that any sin is, if a murderer can be forgiven for murder, if I can be forgiven for all the bill bullshit that shit I've done, then
Word.
he can be forgiven. I mean that's my
Okay,
son.
cool,
Like
cool,
what the
cool.
fuck? I'm gonna ride for him to the day I
But
die. But would it hurt me? Would it be a sting in the beginning? Fuck yeah,
okay.
it would be.
But then more likely you get over it just like you got over a lot of shit.
Exactly, it's my son.
Gotcha.
I'll kill you
Gotcha.
for him,
Okay.
nigga.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure because it's a sticky topic. Like we just saw, Javi got on there basically telling us not to talk about it. Nigga, we don't give I don't give a fuck.
I don't
I'll
care. I'm
talk
just
about it if
talking.
I
This is
fucking
my like.
want
I
to.
can't be the only motherfucker that feel like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because what I'm talking about is the parenting and how basically aggressive or even overbearing
And a lot of it, I
motherly
think,
love and
in that
fatherly
subject,
love.
no. In that subject of homosexuality, I think it has a lot to do with society and social, like the social media and all like society. I think they press it a lot. Like I think they press that shit a lot. When we were kids, motherfuckers were not. You know, Al Bundy was Al Bundy, nigga. He wasn't fucking father of two homosexuals. You know what I mean? Like that's just what it was. Mom, dad, mom, pop. You know, we played house. There was a mom and a dad, nigga. We weren't playing house and my brothers was linking up as daddies and shit. You know what I mean? So I think society pushed that down the throat, and I think that I don't appreciate the way that society influences my children in the way I'm choosing to raise them. Period. Because if my parents would have raised me the way a better way, I would have been a better person. I would have been a better thing. I would have more accomplishments under my belt. And they had a
But
lot of outside influences that affected who the fuck we were. And I don't want the same to happen to that. So I fucking would appreciate it if bitch ass social media would lay the fuck off.
but like we're saying, you have options or you have choices on how you can try to parent, but you ain't got no option on how your son decides he's raised.
Right. Right. It's an outlook.
Yeah.
It's a
You have
perception. Just
no
like you. We were raised by the same mom. We were raised by the
exactly.
same mom. The same mom. But we're too different. It's too different. Like we're two different outlooks. I'm grateful that my mom kept us all four together, that my mom worked 2, 3 jobs to take care of us, that we never went hungry. We always had food. We always had shoes,
Yeah.
that life got better after, because when we were with dad, we were fucked up, nigga. And mom left dad for a better life for us. And she did that. She tried her best. And you got to think about it. This is a 16-year-old woman, 21. She had 4 kids, was married already for 4 years, had already dropped out of school for 4 years. At 17, mom lived on her own with her husband and 4 kids, nigga. Mom don't know shit about being she was a kid. Then she went through a situation. Then she met this another situation. Think of it from a woman's perspective. From I understand, I guess, because I'm a woman. You're in a fucked up abusive relationship. You got 4 kids. You feel trapped. Then you realize you can get out that situation. You meet this man who gives you the idea that things are going to be different. So you take off. That's Johnny. You leave with John. He creates an idea of what, but also gives you enough freedom to do those things that you didn't get to do when you were 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and had all them badass kids with you. You didn't get to do it. So he was the babysitter. He gave a leadway, so mom turned up like she was supposed to. And during the turn up, mom was making sure that we were secure. We always had what we needed. I don't remember going to any school year without new clothes. I don't remember ever having to I know when I was with my dad, I was stealing water. My lights were off. We didn't have food. We didn't have shit. When I was with my mom, I always had a roof. I always had water. I always had light. I always had food, for sure. When I was with my dad, I was doing bad. I was able to see from a woman's point of view that when push comes to shove, you gotta learn how to be a different type of woman. You have to learn to put your children's best interests before yours, and you have to sometimes suck it up. And yeah, you're gonna fuck up along the way because she didn't know no better. She was a baby when she had us. So that's why I get upset when you talk about it, because it's like you carry a cloud of mom over your head. Like if she was just a horrible ass person, but a horrible person would have gave us the tita, or would have told Tia Rhonda when she wanted to keep us that she could keep us. Those are the type of
That's
parents. I have a homegirl, and I don't give a fuck how she feels. She got two daughters out here right now, and she could she do more? Fucking right, she can do more to get her kids back. Fucking right, she could, and she don't. Our mom didn't do that to us, Phil. Our mom made sure that we all stayed together. She made sure that when we woke up in the morning, she was there. When we went to sleep at night, she wasn't always there when we grew up and you had a babysitter, but we had somewhere to sleep. We weren't like dad taking baths at car washes and shit. Or you don't remember none of that shit. I remember
I
all
remember
that
all of
shit.
these things.
Exactly. So it could have been worse for us. Mom could have been
Yeah,
down bad. Mom
you
could have been
you
strung
and
out.
Samantha get upset whenever I talk about mom
Yeah, it's
because
my
y'all are
mama,
looking
nigga.
at it because y'all are looking at it like I'm dogging mom. Nigga, my whole
No.
mentality, the
I
whole reason
understand
I
what you're
was even
saying.
able to succeed as a Marine is because my mom is a adapt and overcome type of person. It wasn't because of my dad. My dad is a champion, but my dad is a quitter. My
Thank
dad
you.
didn't teach me those things. My mom taught me those things. I fully acknowledge that shit.
Not too much on my daddy now.
But at the same time, you guys have to understand that I still understand it very close. I just maybe 2 or 3 years ago got over the fact that my mom fucking fucked multiple people in the same house and shit. You
Nigga,
feel me?
food, that's what happens. I know that
That's what
shit because I
that's
raised two boys
because
by myself.
I get that. I understand that, but look at you. You did it. So now you're like, that's what happens. But boys don't see those things. Boys don't respect that like a woman does.
I
Boys
dig
see it
it.
and they're like, oh, that's what boys do. You have to understand that. That's
Oh,
why
I
I
hear
say
you
the
loud and
things that
clear,
I
brother.
say.
I'm picking it
But
up.
at the same time, don't get me wrong. Like I said, the whole reason I was able to succeed, Sergeant Perez was even created, was because of my mother. It was not because of my dad. My dad is a dope ass nigga who had a lot of can do attitude, but my mama's the nigga that never quit.
Thank you.
That's what I do know. So
Right.
even though as I take away, I have other videos. If you guys go on my YouTube, you can see I have other videos where I say, basically, not I don't want to tear my mother down. Don't get me wrong. I love my mother. My mother
So
is
you
a
feel like
is a good
a lot
human
of your
being.
issues stem from mom, and I feel like a lot of my issues stem from dad. Like
The
my
well, the
issue.
only reason I feel like that is because I got over my daddy issues a long time ago. I
Right.
used to feel exactly like you. Well, because my mom told me you're just like your dad, you're acting just like your dad, you're gonna be just like Carlos. That's what I heard my whole life. So when I hit about 25, 24, I started to realize, well, that's not true. Actually, I'm more like Rosie. I actually don't like bitches because of how you are, not because of how I was,
I felt
but
the same
because
way. She would tell me too, you're like your dad, you act like your dad, you get like your dad. But as I get older, I start to see and recognize, man, hold up, homegirl, I'm like you. I'm crazy because of you.
yes, that's why I want you guys, like you, my family, I want you guys to understand that it's not because I don't like my mom or I don't do this. I would never marry someone like my mom, but that's apparent. You know what I mean? I've already got that. That's not something that is a
You think
secret or
that's
anything.
why Alex ended up with someone like Sambo?
No. Well, yeah, sort of. But the way that Sambo was in their relationship has a lot to do with how Alex was as well. Just like I tell my kids about their mother. The way that their mother is has a lot to do on how she was in our relationship. You know what I mean? And I was in our relationship. I don't take away, never once do I shy away from the fact of how fucked up I used to be,
Right.
especially to my kids, especially to my children, because even nigga was some. I used to be picking up bags of spice, and I'll stop by my fucking kid's house because I remember stories of when people would say, "Oh, your dad's getting drugs right down the road," but can't even stop to see you. I remember my mom, my aunts, my grandma saying those things to me. And when they would say it, either to me or to some other adult, and I would hear it, I would be like, damn, that is kind of fucked up, Dad. Why, you love me so much. Why can't you walk through the alley like you would
Well, it's
every now and then?
embarrassment. It's
It
shame.
was embarrassment. It was embarrassment. It was shame. And that's why even while I was doing that, even while in my worst mode, eyes bloodshot red, spiced the fuck out, I will stop and knock on Connie's door just to tell my kids, I love you guys. Hey guys, daddy's here. What's going on at school? Blah, blah, blah. But it was, did it hurt them? I don't know yet. You know what I mean? It's still too soon to know if it hurt them. I hope it didn't, because as I grow older, my kids can see like, all right, maybe dad owns up to his shit, because that's what I do. I try to own up to my shit and say, yeah, I fucked up, nigga. You can go
Especially that our
look.
kids are getting older, they need to hear it because
Exactly. You can go look.
especially
You
in a
can
split
see where I
home.
fucked up.
In a split home, your kids are going to Jessica's, and in the beginning, y'all relationship was fucked up. Y'all hated each other, couldn't even be in the same room together. So they're
Yeah.
hearing all of this from that end, and they're not ever getting your idea of the story because at first they were being kept from you. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
they didn't hear your story. So now that they're getting older, it's necessary for them to hear that, hey, I fucked up as a dad. I fucked up. But that
Yeah.
relationship was
I did a
toxic
lot
for
of
you,
fucked up things,
and the
and
best
I
thing
and I
you ever
own those
did was
things.
get out of that relationship.
And that allowed me, man, I'm telling you, and a lot of that shit comes from my mother. The reason I was good at being a Marine, man, is because my mother. It was not because of my dad. If it was because of my dad, nigga, I would have been a swindling ass. The reason I was a good cheater, the reason I could manipulate women, or the reason I manipulated people, or the reason I cheated on my wife and shit was because of my dad.
Yeah,
It wasn't
that's me.
because of my mom.
I get all my
Yeah.
smooth talking ass, my quick ways, my
Yeah, that was
drug
because of my
dealing,
dad.
all that shit. I got it from my dad. I got my swindling, my scandalous, fast talking. I'll talk you out of anything. I got all that from my dad.
Yeah,
And
all
my
that shit comes
fighting,
from my
and
dad.
the fact that we fight, we got
Yeah,
that from
but that
dad.
but that let me achieve a goal shit. That shit came from my mom, and it wasn't because my mom achieved many goals. My mom just never quit.
Yeah,
Whatever she did, she just never quit. I never seen my mom quit jobs, even though
never.
she may
She
have.
always got another one before she quit. Like she always had two
Exactly. She
before
didn't
she quit.
quit the job. She didn't just quit things. Marriages, be it, whatever it was, she didn't just quit. And if she did, I never saw it. You know what I mean? I never saw her say, "Oh, I quit. I'm done. I'm moving around." Except for when she left my dad, which was obvious at that point. I knew why she was leaving that
Right.
situation. So, all that can-do attitude that I got, it comes from my fucking mom. Now that I'm older, I'm blending both of them in very well, because my
Yeah,
dad's a
yeah.
prize fighting fucking boxer. My dad has a lot of discipline. My dad has a lot of gust and can-do attitude, and my mom has a lot of don't quit.
So how do you
It
feel
may
about him
be.
getting out?
I love the fact that my dad's getting. I can't wait to have my dad on this show right here with me, because I
Exactly.
know there's going to be a lot to be said between him and I, and then him and everybody. You know what I mean? He has a lot to say for himself as well,
Right.
and I think that's going to be dope. It's going to be real nice when he's out.
So look, when Dad wrote the book, which I'm done with, so I'm gonna pass it to you guys. I was upset because she wanted to read it first, and it really made me upset, and she couldn't understand why. And I was like, well, because I feel like you just got on this bandwagon this last 2 years. You just jumped on this "let's help Dad get free" bandwagon when he was saved. You know what I mean? I've been on this shit since I was 2-3 years old. So if anybody should read the book first, I felt I should, because I've been riding with him for the longest. You know what I mean? And when I told her that, she was like, "Here, you can have it." So, but that's how I felt, real talk.
You feel like, oh, nigga, you just jumped on the bandwagon.
I've been
Hey,
I've been.
hey, it's gonna be like that even more so after he gets out. There's gonna be a lot of people jumping on that bandwagon,
Yeah, I know, and
and
that's good,
it's gonna.
because I know my daddy. He likes to be the spotlight. So go and let Pastor Perez get out there and preach a word or two, because the man got something. He really does.
Yeah, we are going to see. I want him to. I mean, obviously, I agree and believe in him, or I wouldn't be helping him,
Yeah, but
supporting him
we've
the way that I do.
become the pattern of a person always creates that doubt in the back of your mind. I understand it.
Exactly, and it's not only that. It's just like,
And I'm sure my cousin
It's
Priscilla
like
can relate since she's watching, because she has one in the same type of fathers, and we love our fathers, but sometimes the patterns of a man creates the doubt in a person, and it's cool. You still love them for who they are, but goddamn, you wish they would just, you know what I mean?
yeah. So with my dad coming out, right? And this is what fucks me up. My dad thinks for some reason that we're like this little tight knit family in Rosenberg, Texas, or some shit.
Like
Nigga,
as
I
far
don't
as
even
what,
live
like
in.
us four?
No, I mean like his family.
Oh no, no.
Yeah, we just not like that. Like, nigga, I got cousins I don't fucking see. I don't even like shit on Facebook that they post because I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm just like, I don't talk to you anyway.
Yeah,
You
I
know
don't
what I
give
mean?
a
Like,
fuck. Motherfucker never loved that.
I don't care. Like,
The only one I can
and
say
it's
wholeheartedly and that I have sincere love for is Chicky, Eric, Joey,
yeah,
and
normal.
Tia Norma.
Yeah,
That
normal
group
holds it down. She been holding it down.
for the longest. But the other
Yeah,
ones,
that
I mean, shit, they're my family. I care about them, but it is what it is.
all right. All
Fuck
right.
it.
So look, I'm glad you joined, Tina. Samantha now in. She wants to fucking take a little limelight before we go.
Did y'all accomplish anything?
Hell yeah, we accomplished stuff, girl. You over here with your Aunt Jemima hair on.
Bitch,
Erica
boo.
Badu?
Erica Badudu.
Mm.
Man, so we gonna wrap
Was
it
it
up,
a healthy
Tina.
I think I need a
conversation?
cup of tea. No, I'm
Listen,
just
I said either
turning.
y'all was gonna go at it or somebody was gonna cry. What happened?
I
Neither
like to
one,
thank
nigga.
everybody for joining.
It was healthy, it was good.
Fuck yeah, it was good. I told you we weren't gonna
Was
do
it
that.
therapeutic?
We gonna get in trouble for one topic, but it's all good.
I don't
Who
give
gonna
a
get in
fuck.
trouble?
Nigga, I'm a grown ass man. Who the
Me
fuck gonna
too.
get me in trouble?
Who
Like
y'all
they
talking
say.
about?
We'll see.
Everybody?
Everybody.
Yo, bitch
Y'all
ass
talking about
too.
my mama? Y'all talking
Yep.
about my mama, didn't y'all?
We talked
Tina, we
about
gonna
mama. You
wrap
know
it
I ain't gonna
up.
let that nigga ride too hard. Fuck what you heard.
I want you to thank everybody for viewing,
Thank
man.
y'all.
They fucking love you. You know it because you're a big, bold, beautiful motherfucker. And I loved having you. And we got to get you in the car. People want to see you in the car. We want to react on some other
Yeah,
things,
yeah,
man.
yeah. When y'all want to do this, I'm ready. Shit.
I don't know. I'll find a way,
Can you find us a transgender?
and we'll.
Can I? I believe
Oh
so.
Lord.
She
I
Oh
like
believe
a
so.
man
Lord.
or a woman. We don't care
Cause
if
you
they're
talking about that topic
transitioning.
when your friend got upset because you didn't understand the
I
transgender.
told
That's
her
what she
that's what the
wants.
spark is about because I lost a friend because I was ignorant. I was ignorant. So I need someone to inform me. So if y'all know
Educate
any
you.
transgender,
Is there a
huh?
difference between being gay and being transgender?
Yes. There's a
There is.
difference. It's an additive.
Yeah, what? Yeah, it's a huge
It's a difference.
difference.
It's like an
So
upgrade
what?
when you get all
Transgender
get
people believe
harnessed.
there are actually
It's
other
like a
people trapped in
verb.
the body.
It's a verb, baby. It's what you do.
Transgender people are transitioning to the opposite sex. That's what they're doing.
And
Gays
gay
don't
people are
do
just gay people.
Gays are just gay.
Y'all old news.
But anyway,
Ah,
thanks everybody. Thanks for joining, man. We're gonna get this. It was good. If y'all didn't see it, go share that shit.
boop.
Make sure y'all tune in. We got a YouTube channel. I'm gonna be going live here pretty often.
And I'm gonna
Stay
whip your
tuned,
butt.
man. Fucking love you guys. Love you, T.
Bye. Love you. Bye.